Welcome back here to the Jordy Culotta Show, driven and powered by Go Chevrolet here on this Wednesday morning, as LSU basketball is coming off of a very nice win last night in front of a rowdy environment as LSU downed Kentucky 65-60 as the Tigers are improving to 1-1 in conference play with another huge one on the horizon with Tennessee in town on Saturday. That'll be a 5 o'clock tip-off. Coach Will Wade and the crew getting ready for the Vols. Last night was another incredible environment for LSU basketball in SEC play, and we welcome you men to the conversation. Compliments of Phil's Oyster Bar. Coach, good morning. Boot up.
Boot up. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. That was an electric night last night in front of your faithful. What was that atmosphere like?
That was fun. It was fun at the end of the game when we had those couple dunks. That was wild, but we got to avoid being in those situations. We got to be able to close out games a little bit better and make our free throws and not have some of those issues that we had. So we'll get back to working on that today, and get ready for a really, really good Tennessee team. They play Ole Miss tonight, so we'll be able to watch that. And they had a good game with Alabama last week. They played Arizona right before Christmas, so we've got a lot of good film on them, and they're going to be very, very big challenge for us, just like Kentucky was.
The start, I know offensively, is something that you've been trying to alleviate or trying to get better production out of. What did you think of the way the game started for you last night?
Well, we were better.
Yeah.
We were better at the start. We got off to a better start. Our start to the second half has been a problem now. 2 straight games at Auburn and against Kentucky. We missed a layup to start the second half. We ran one of our momentum plays and had a layup and just missed it, and then they hit all the threes. And so we got to work on coming out of the gates and starting the second half. So we got to just get back and do some things that help us out. We still lead the SEC in free throw percentage, but our last 5 games we're only shooting 65%. We're leaving 4 or 5 points a game at the free throw line. We've got to get the turnovers under control. Second half we only turned it over 6 times. If we could turn it over 12 or less times a game, it would help our offense exponentially. So, got to get back to work on that.
Coach, Brandon Murray, I think I wasn't expecting to see him. When did he start feeling better? When did y'all feel like he could be a part of the rotation again? And 2, how big was he in the second half to really kind of jumpstart that offense? He took a couple 15-footers, hit a 3. Felt like he just kind of got the offense rolling, and then y'all went on that run there.
Well, he practiced the last couple of days. We felt pretty good he was going to be able to play. He practiced Monday and did most of practice on Sunday. So he's one of those guys. Once you put him out there now, he's going to go. So we knew if we could just get him to the court, the adrenaline would take over. But he's been doing a lot of treatment. Sean Eddy, our athletic trainer, he's done a phenomenal job. He's been in there with it, 3 and 4 hours a day, multiple times a day, trying to get him right. And he's been doing all sorts of procedures. We brought a guy in from New Orleans to help out with something. So, they've been doing everything they can to get him back, and that's how the kid is. He wants to get back. So, but look, he's the heart and soul of what we do on offense and defense. There's a reason our stuff looked a lot tighter last night than it looked at Auburn. And he's a huge part of that. He's just physical. He allows you to switch a little bit better. It gives you some sturdiness there, and so there's just a lot of things that he brings to the table, and he did a really, really good job for us last night.
Gaines defensively last night was really an X factor for you. Billis on the television call really couldn't get over his quickness and just how good he anticipates. What does he allow you to do defensively when he is creating and turning the ball over like that, or creating turnovers like that?
Let me say this, man. He didn't have his best game at Auburn, and the way he responded and the way he prepared for this game was as good as he's ever prepared for a basketball game. And I was happy he saw positive results from that, because now hopefully he'll continue to prepare and continue to go down that path. But he put himself in the position to be able to play, so well. When you do that, your offense kind of comes around when you're not worried about everything. He bangs in a couple threes. He had a couple decent finishes. So when you do that, you've got a chance for your offense to come around. But he's quick twitch. I said that all year. There's not 10 players quicker in college basketball than him, and he gets his length and athleticism in the game. But I thought he played well. I thought Justice did another good job in the first half. I thought he came in and helped us out and did a nice job as well.
Did Murray's injury expedite Williams, or is this kind of the path that you saw him on and getting him in and letting him contribute?
Well, I mean, you saw it at Auburn when we played him extended minutes. You'll see it the rest of the year. I mean, you have to be an idiot to sit in practice and not think he can help us.
Right.
And we're a lot of things, but we're not. We're not just total idiots. We knew that we were going to need to do it at some point. It was not really the red shirt as much as his foot. His foot just got healthy. His foot didn't get healthy till about 2 or 3 weeks ago, when he could start working out and practicing. But certainly not having Murray, I mean, the option was Justice or start playing Parker and some of the walk-ons. We felt like we were gonna need him, and that he was the best option. But look, I mean, the SEC's physical. We're gonna have other guys down throughout the year. We're all fully vaccinated and boosted. All the players, all the coaches, everybody in our program. But but I mean, we could certainly have some COVID issues, even with all that. So there's just a lot of factors, and he's a great kid. Look, like I told him, he's going to be so much better next year for having played this year. Like, we're not going to have the kid for 4 years. Right. So, he's going to be so much better this year or next year for the experience he gets this year, whatever that experience is. He's going to be better for that. And, I'm excited about it. He's going to be a great, great player for us.
Being at Auburn and watching him handle that moment in person was pretty impressive, because that stage was enormous, but it never felt like it was too big or bright for him, as he was very impressive in his first collegiate action on the road in Auburn Arena. Speaking of healthy feet, does Sharif O'Neal become an option at some point?
Yeah, we just got to keep working him out, keep working him. We got to have some, we kind of have to work him out one day and he can practice, and he's kind of off the next day to rest his foot. So we've got to get some consistency there, and he's somebody that we could certainly, go to. Like I was saying earlier, we need all 10 of those guys healthy. We need our top 10 guys healthy there, and then we pick 8 or 9 of them that are ready to go that night. We may have some sickness, some guys go down with injury, whatever it may be, but we need those guys healthy.
Last night at the end of the first half, I know that you did not like that possession, but were you yelling at the official? Because it looked like your guy was being held.
No, I wasn't yelling at the official.
I didn't think so. I was right above you, and I was like, "Yeah, Jordy, I don't."
There are some shots on ESPN of a slow-mo of people behind you that are. I mean, you can see their eyes just going out of their head, popping out of their head of you walking towards the locker room. But I knew when that ball hit the floor like that, you were going to go crazy.
Well, I mean, look, you played Kentucky. The reality was, I knew at halftime we were in some trouble. Oscar only played 9 minutes. We had Wheeler out of the game, and we're only up 5. We should have been up double digits. And, we just got to have an urgency about it. You can't just let the damn ball bounce 3 times.
Right.
We have to have somebody go get the ball. And I'd warned him about Toppin. Toppin killed us last year at Kentucky. He did the same stuff. He loves playing LSU. He killed us last year. And I told him, I said, I'm more worried about one of these bench guys, Toppin, Vince, these guys coming in. Like, we're going to do a good job on these main guys. And that was certainly disappointing.
You can see it in the players' eyes when they're walking like, oh no.
Oh
no, we messed up.
And we're up by 5. What's the challenges Tennessee provides to you on Saturday?
I mean, look, they're number 2 in the country defensively behind us. Who'd have thought we'd ever said that? But they are they're number 2 in the country defensively. Their offense, they're shooting a bunch of threes. They're shooting it well from 3. Obviously, Kennedy Chandler, they don't turn the ball over hardly at all on offense. They do a great job on the offensive glass. So it'll be another slugfest and a big challenge for us.
Speaking of your defense, last night over the last 10 minutes of the game, you gave up 13 points. Is that as good as a stretch as you played this season? And you played very high-quality defense up to this point.
Well, it's probably as good as we played against a big-time opponent like that. I thought our guys buckled down and did a nice job. We did a really good job rebounding.
Mm-hmm.
Did a really good job rebounding. That's not easy to do against him, to keep it even. We only gave up 12 to Oscar, but he kept. We gave him 2 less offensive rebounds than he typically gets, and I thought that was huge.
Great win last night. We'll see you Saturday. Boot up. Thanks for the time.
Boot up.
Thanks, guys. Boot up.
There he is. Will Wade checking in this morning. Compliments of Phil's Oyster Bar, just like he does each week here as we review last night's win and preview game against Tennessee on Saturday.